All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, film lovers. All right, let's try that again. Good evening, film lovers. Yeah. So, you're the big people of the movie.
So that inspired us to think, well, if this is happening in our quote-unquote legitimate hospitals, where else could this be happening and what else can this look like? And so then we decided, let's create a world where this is happening and it's allowed and it doesn't even have to be hidden. And so that's how we kind of came up with the concept of bypass.
We also spoke to some parents whose children needed transplants. So a lot of the tensions that came through Lisa Cooper's character was just, how does a surgeon navigate a child who she can't save? For a lot of parents, they're stuck in that situation where there's nothing they can do to save their children. And this takes it a step further, being a surgeon who's usually saving people's lives, but now that she's rendered useless because her child is on a list.
One of the very intentional things when we started writing as a team, we got together and said three things. One, it's going to be in English because we needed to travel internationally. Number two, it's got to be a thriller. Number three, we have to cast a woman, and that has to be a woman of color. Because part of what we want to do with this film is challenge the stereotypes of in 2017, what can and what should the top cardiac surgeon in our country look like. We need to create a world where Natalie was uncomfortable, and if we look at her kind of character who would have been very wealthy, very influential, that kind of place probably scares her. She lives in a big house, has a nice car, surrounded by other very wealthy people. And so we wanted to create an environment where she's completely out of her comfort zone, where she has nobody to reach out to, because she's very well known, she has lots of connections. We needed to put her into an environment which is far from home, far from connections, far from friends.
The scenes were quite physical, and the violent scenes where I get throttled a number of times in the movie, it was delicate balance because as an actor, the circumstances are imaginary, but you're living, it's real, and you have to be authentic in your responses.